Say something.
हेलो हेलो हेलो
आता है इसमें. ये leave it. How do you cut this?
वो थर्ड ईयर सीनियर प्रियांशु आंसर के कोई से ज्वाइन कर
हाँ जा जा Isham, can I get a mic check?
Hello. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Console. Hello. Am I audible?
Check Isham box.
Hello. Check. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Isham, can I get a mic check again?
Hello. Check. Am I audible? Hello. Hello. हेलो 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 वो सुनाई दे जाएगा, हम ऑफ करते हैं। हेलो हेलो। ठीक है भाई, ये ऊपर उठाना पड़ेगा भाई।
Isham, can I get a voice check again?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Harsh.
Hello hello, am I audible?
Good, good. Harsh, check.
Hello hello, am I audible? Hello hello, console.
Harsh, repeat it again, sir.
Yes sir. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Harsh, keep on repeating, please.
Hello, hello. Am I audible? Console. Hello, hello,
Okay, okay,
hello.
it's done.
Hello, hello. Mic check.
Audible, Isham.
Hello, mic check. A very good evening to you all, sir. We'll be very soon starting the session. We are we appreciate your delay, sir.
Good afternoon, Jagmeet. Jagmeet, can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Hi, Gaurav. I can hear you
Hi.
loud and clear. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Just
Very good
testing.
afternoon.
Very good afternoon. Nice to see you.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir. So we'll now begin. Respected chief guest, esteemed dignitaries, distinguished alumni, and dear cadets, a very warm welcome to you all. It is with great pride that I welcome you all to the 43rd session of DMET SAMVAAD, a platform fostering dialogue and connection between past and present generations of marine engineers. I, Cadet Isham Ahmed, roll number 9913 from DMET class of 2027, shall be your host for today. On behalf of the DMET Samvad team, it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each of you.
And I am Cadet Harshraj Singh, roll number 9907 from DMET class of 2027, honored to be your co-host for this session. DMET Samvad is a series of webinars that aims to bridge the gap between the alumni and the present-day cadets. DMET Samvad was initiated under the guidance of Shri Ishwar Arun Kishore sir and conceptualized by Shri Harsh Sinha sir and Shri Sachin Kumar Mahato sir, DMET class of 2020, and Shri Sachin Saurabh sir, DMET class of 2021. Although DMET Samvad was initially designed as a platform to connect alumni with the newer cadets, it has since developed into a venue where new trends in the shipping industries are discussed, specific issues are raised, myths are dispelled, and pressing issues are brought to light.
Starting with its maiden session. Console, can we have the slide, please? Yes. The previous slide? Yes. Starting with its maiden session, DMET, the brand and the bond, on 19th December 2020, DMET Samvad has successfully organized 42 enlightening sessions to this date. Some of them being the 9th DMET session, DMET Bonding Across Generations, with keynote speaker Dr. Ravi Kumar Mehrotra, CB, sir, the special DMET Samvad session, Enhancing Maritime Awareness Among the Civilian Population of India, with keynote speaker Admiral Karanbir Singh, Param Vishisht Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, retired. The 38th DMET Samvad session, The Stitch Ship Project, Revisiting Our Ancient Maritime Past, with keynote speaker Shri Sanjeev Sanyal sir, a member of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India. Console, can we have the next slide, please? This 43rd DMET Samvad session aims to provide guidance to mariners and future mariners on how to shift from ship to shore in this line of work. This session aims to help mariners find their footing in top management roles in commercial shipping, technical management, maritime law, and more. Today, we have the privilege of hosting Shri Jagmeet Makkar sir, roll number 2429, DMD batch of 1977 to 1981, and Captain Pankaj Kapoor sir as a keynote speaker.
Shri Jagmeet Makkar sir, an eminent alumnus of the 1977-81 batch, is the proud recipient of the President's Gold Medal, the Narottam Morarji Gold Medal, awarded for securing
चला ऑन कर
Console, your mic is on.
Shri Jagmeet Makkar sir, an eminent alumnus of the 1977-81 batch, is the proud recipient of the President's Gold Medal, the Narottam Morarji Gold Medal, awarded for securing first position in the final examinations every year, and the Institute of Naval Architects East Zone Gold Medal. These prestigious honors reflect the consistent academic brilliance and dedications to the maritime profession. With over 40 years of expertise in commercial and technical shipping, dispute resolution, education, and senior management, Shri Jagmeet sir inspire professionals to embrace change, drawing upon his rich corporate and academic experience. He has served as the former co-head of the chartering and global head of shipping assets in a leading commodity house and as an IMEI chair at IME. He is presently the co-founder and director of Skills Plus and managing principal Maritime People Solution at LSF Global. In addition, he is a practicing arbitrator serving on the panels of several international arbitral institutions.
Whereas Captain Pankaj Kapoor sir, a trailblazing maritime lawyer and policy influencer, is the managing partner at Quadrant Legal, member committee constituted by the Prime Minister Office, ex-member of the Niti Aayog, member Skill Development Council. Captain Kapoor has shaped industry standards, advised on international arbitrations, and mentors the next generation at premier institutions. Our campus director, Rear Admiral Amit Bose, sir, retired, was scheduled to deliver the welcome address. However, sir, due to an urgent meeting, he is unable to join us at this moment. In his absence, it is my honor to invite our esteemed Associate Professor S. Babu, sir, to kindly deliver the welcome address. And meanwhile, sir, I'll kindly note that the welcome address will be delivered offline at the auditorium. So accordingly, the audio in this meeting will be muted for the next 2 minutes. The consultant will inform us again once the speech has been delivered, and we'll let you know, sir. Thank you. Isham, sir, can begin. All right, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. I would now like to invite Shri Jagmeet Makkar, sir, and Shri Pankaj Kapoor, sir, to kindly share their views and insights with us.
Hi, Pankaj. Would you like to go ahead first? Or you want me to? Go ahead?
Thank you very much, sir. I think, sir, you should start, sir. I'll wait.
All right. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure actually to be here. You know, I can't believe that I graduated in 1981. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I wonder, oh my God, I'm going to be 66 next month. Not so bad. Anyways, so what I will do is I've got a small presentation here, and let me start with that. The purpose today that I feel is there's a lot of anxiety, and the cadets are quite anxious about, you know, what is there in future. Yeah. So ये जंगल में से रास्ता कहाँ जाता है और कितनी उसमें से शाखाएं, शाखाएं तो नहीं कह सकते, रास्ते के जो अलग अलग पथ, और फिर कहाँ टेक्निकल, कमर्शियल, लीगल, इंश्योरेंस, port agency, logistics, supply chain. There are so many of them. Yeah. So just very quickly, as you guys already know, that I've been introduced, roll number 2429. And we guys are so proud of our roll numbers. Yeah, we are very, very proud of our roll numbers. So can someone shout out anyone 29 in the crowd there? My great, great, great raised to power n son or daughter? Yeah. And nowadays you got a different Edison Southern ending with some other digit. So during our time, 9 used to be Edison Southern. Yeah. So 1977-81 batch. I live in Hong Kong, and we have our DMET Mary Alumni Association. Today we have inaugurated our new website, and I must thank some of you, especially DMET Samvaad, for sharing the photographs with us, and we have used those photographs. And of course, my wonderful host and co-host, I'm very grateful for your kind introduction. All right, so very quickly, I'm not going to go through all these details. So a PDF copy I have already shared with Kush. So I would request him to share it with everybody else. So, and today what I'm going to tell you is about maritime ecosystem. We might think that shipping is all about marine engineering and navigating officers. No, we are a very small part of a very large supply chain. Yeah, the maritime ecosystem is quite large, and it is a pleasure though we are a very small part, but we are very important part of it. And marine engineers are extremely important. So during our time, we didn't have all this wonderful way of talking to our seniors and sharing these ideas and asking questions. हम लोग तो बस सुबह क्लास में जाते थे या वर्कशॉप जाते थे और आई शुड नॉट से हेयर दीवार कूदते थे या गेट कूदते थे और बेहाला में जाके मूवीज देखते थे. So all that stuff we have done, or sometimes we go to Parnashiri and go on that giant wheel over there. So that used to be quite interesting. Then today we are going to look at some of these opportunities which are there and what's the way ahead. So some from my experience and Pankaj sir from his experience, we are going to share with you how to go ahead, how to proceed. Yeah. So you guys are far, far, far more intelligent than my generation has been. I would not talk about Pankaj, but compared to my generation, you guys are far, far ahead. And many a times I hear that ये आज की generation को क्या हो गया है. I think that's the biggest falsehood that you would ever hear. You guys are absolutely amazing. वो कहते हैं ना कि जो आप लोगों का base है वो इतना broad है, and you guys can go anywhere. You know, even today, like you can join anywhere that you feel like joining. आप लोग बहुत intelligent हो. I am very proud of speaking to you. All right, so let me quickly tell you about maritime ecosystem. I'm not going to go into detail, but just to tell you, coming from one end and going to the final one, it could be like a mine, or it could be a manufacturing unit. Even for that, you require raw materials, etc. You know, the manufacturing unit. So there's a complete process which needs to be followed. अगर आप देखेंगे, for us, our shipping guys, we are only this small part over here. You can see the ship. But otherwise, the bulk transport system, I'm only looking at bulk today. We are not talking about containers, or we are not talking about, you know, tankers and LNGs and LPGs. So it's a huge system over there. So what is it? Ultimately, what's the purpose of maritime industry, or rather I should say the shipping industry, is to move the cargo, right? Ultimately, it is moving the cargo. So you need ships to move the cargo, and for ships, you require the shipping lines. And then just to support the entire thing, to make it happen, you got ship management companies, you got terminals, you got NOVC, VOCs, you got brokers, you got shipyards, you got container leasing companies, bunker suppliers. I mean, it keeps on. Oh, what happened? I think my presentation you guys can see.
No, sir, it has been discontinued. Can you please share
It
again?
has gone away. Okay, let me bring it back. Can you see it now? Yeah, all right. So if
Yes.
you look at the entire thing, nothing moves without money. So you got shipping banks, then you got regulators, then you got IMO, yeah, then investment funds, regulatory bodies, insurance companies, classification societies. Why am I talking about all this? I'm talking about all this is because there are opportunities in each one of them. Yeah. So I must say that I'm one of those very few guys, marine engineers, who have moved into commercial shipping, you know, into chartering and sale and purchase, etc. But nowadays, I see more and more marine engineers going in that direction. During our time, it used to be master mariners, they will go into commercial shipping. The chief engineers, they will join a ship management company or a ship owning company and look after the ship management of the ships. Yeah, it could be like third-party management or in-house management, etc. So it used to be quite restrictive. It's no more that restrictive. So we all can go anywhere that we feel like, rather where we have our inclination. That Pankaj sir will also tell you about the executive MBA that is being organized. IMU does that. And also we have in IIM Mumbai and CMMI. So the class where I was teaching, Pankaj also is with me in the same group we were teaching. There are many engineers in the class. And I was quite surprised and pleasantly surprised to see the opportunities that come in. And what do you learn over there? nuts and bolts, you leave behind. Yeah. Lubricating oil, you leave behind. So what you learn over there is management, human resources, insurance, chartering, sale and purchase, ship finance, port agency. There are so many different branches of our industry that you learn. All right. So depending on what is it where your interest lies, and you feel that oomph, you feel that passion for it, you can choose that and move ahead. Then why are we doing marine engineering? Why are we in DMET if we are going to move ahead and do something else? Let me tell you, nobody becomes an engineer after studying in an engineering college. Okay, how many people believe that? All we learn is 5 W's and 2 H. I always call it 5 wives and 2 husbands. That's all we learn. We learn to ask questions. We become rational. Yeah. So what, where, who, when, why, and H is for how much. All these things we learn. The real engineering starts when you start working. So once this mind develops into asking questions and trying to be inquisitive and look for answers, you can use it anywhere. When you want to fix a ship, you must be wondering what is fixing a ship, striking a deal for the ship, either if you're an owner to the charter, or if you're a charter with the owner. So when you do all that, your mind, sharper it is. And engineers, with due respect to Pankaj, but engineers do have that, understanding of asking questions and also moving ahead. Okay, so what is it which is common thread into everything that we do? And that common thread, we call it red thread. Rakhi has just passed, so everybody knows the red thread. Yeah, it's full of love and a lot of emotions. So in our case here, the red thread would be the education, training, continuous professional development. It could be compulsory you will see the compulsory part, your certificate of competency, so many exams you have to do, and the voluntary. This is where I want to focus on. This voluntary part, every day, every moment is a learning process. What you guys have done by way of DMET SAMVAAD, and I'm so happy Mr. Sanyal was here and so many other people were there. Absolutely amazing. So this is also part of learning, and that's voluntary. It's not, you're not going to get, of course, people like Isham and Kush and Harsh, the ones who are involved in it, they may get some credit marks for that to decide their president's gold medal race. I'm just joking. But for others, it's all voluntary that you're trying to learn. So this is what, in brief, I have put DMET, 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 DMET everywhere. Yeah. So the knowledge that you gain here, and in future, as you grow and you learn on a daily basis, that's what is going to make your approach very, very different. Just to give you an idea, shipping enterprise. So what is the underlying asset of a shipping enterprise? It's a ship. Now that ship, what's the purpose of it? To carry cargo. And when you carry cargo, what that ship has to be? It has to be fit for purpose. Yeah. So that's where you come in. To make that particular product fit for purpose, that's where marine engineers and navigating officers come in. That's where ship management comes in. All right. So what do you do by doing that? You have to provide people on board the ship. You have to do technical management. Then you give that fit for purpose product to your wonderful chartering people. Then they will go and find business for that ship. All right. So this is the entire thing which works in. And where does that ship come from? It cannot come just on its own. You have to either build it or you buy it secondhand from the market. So that entire process of building a ship, the technical specification, you're looking at money part, ship finance, leasing. So it's such a broad area. All right. So let's quickly go through this. When we look at the commercial department of a shipping company, So you got chartering, you got cargo marketing. You have to bring the cargo, right? You have to go to Mr. Naveen Jindal or Sajjan Jindal or the Tatas of the world or Agarwal Coal or the Bhatia Coals. You get the cargo. You need to have the cargo to be able to make some money. All right. And then you have the commercial operations. You got supply bunkers. Khana nahi khaoge to kaam kaise karoge? So you need to provide that bunkers for your ship. And then you have commercial risk management. When we talk about risk management, as an engineer, we only talk about accident and managing that. Here, the risk management is the price risk management. Shipping is a very volatile industry. Market goes up and down very, very fast. Just to let you know, in 2008, during the middle of 2008, just before the Beijing Olympics, market was very high. By December, market dropped by 97%. Can you imagine 97% drop? Something which was being fixed for $250,000 a day was being fixed at $2,700 a day. Yeah, so it's such a huge drop. So you have to manage the volatility. So I would like, why I'm showing you and telling you all this, so you can find out more and more. What is this shipping? How come it is so volatile? Why is it volatile? What is it dependent upon? Geopolitics, you got macroeconomics, you got trading patterns are changing. You know, you got Mr. Trump over there. He will speak something today, he will speak something tomorrow. The changes which are happening in the world. So that's something which is extremely important. Then you will also have the asset management people in your organization. The sale and purchase guys, then you have treasury people, the finance people. You might wonder, like, what is this finance thing coming in? As marine engineer, what do I do? By the way, I did my applied corporate finance, all right? At the age of 56, I went to Capt Business School in London, I did it. So that is where you just cannot stop. You have to continue to learn. It's an ongoing process. You have to every year tell yourself, in addition to the certificate of competency exams, you're going to do something else. You're going to learn, all right? Then ship management part, you guys will know very well. It's a technical and purchase and manning and quality, health, safety, environment. Then you have something very interesting called federal services. Of course, as marine engineer, as a master mariner, you won't get into this. These are quite specific, the HR and learning and development, company secretary, accounts admin. Why do I say federal services? These are centralized for all the departments, all the verticals in an organization. Then this is something very interesting. As engineers, you will get totally clean bold. If a chartering guy just tells you ATDN SHINC, ATDN SHINC. So it is anytime, day, night, Sunday, holiday included. All right. So those were the days when communication was so expensive. We made these small abbreviations. And in shipping, we love making other people absolutely confused. So this lawyer is totally confused. Yeah. And the chartering guys are telling him ATDN, Sheng, Sashex, Thafex, PWWD, UU, yeah, all those are DOP, APS, DLOSP. So we don't want to change. We know communication is almost zero, cost is zero, but still we want to stick to this and make these guys a little bit worried. All right. So what I want to tell you guys that you should not be worried. Go to Google, type my name, and look their chartering abbreviations or voyage estimation, etc. Just do it. Or if you can't find it, just drop me a line. I will send you all the articles which I have written. Okay. And many of them I started writing in 2005, and they were part of the Marine Engineers Review. So it's good to learn all this. So how much time do I have? Isha, 15 minutes? 10
Yes,
minutes?
absolutely. Yes, sir. 15
Pakka?
minutes, 30 minutes. Yes,
पिटाई तो नहीं करोगे बाद में?
No way.
Okay, done. All right. So should you be an expert while applying for a job in the maritime industry or especially in commercial or insurance? No, not at your age. We don't expect you to be absolutely top class expert. You're going to learn. And we don't want you to have fixed ideas in your mind. We want you to be like that clay which can be molded, learning. All we require from you is, all we need from you is having the right attitude, having the right aptitude. We want you to be hungry like a caterpillar. कि बस खा जाऊं और butterfly बन जाऊं. I think that is what is most important, that inquisitiveness and the willingness to learn. All right? And you should have that confidence to challenge the status quo. Don't accept anything and everything. Challenge it, but know how to ask questions. Cannot be disrespectful. You need to reframe what you speak, how you speak. If you ask difficult questions to the person from whom you want replies so that you can learn, and that person feels offended, ho gaya kaam. You won't learn anything. All right. So if you're a technical superintendent, you want to learn something about chartering, and you go and speak to your chartering colleagues in a language which he thinks, why have you come? Why are you asking these questions? So that could be difficult. All right. So these are few very important things right from the beginning. You should know how to ask questions and what to do. And then the most important part is paradigm shift. So how many people who can tell me what is this picture? Who is this? Who will answer? Okay, let's start with Harsh. Harsh, what is it? What do you see?
Sir, a lady,
A lady, young or old?
young, sir.
Look again. Young is there. Look again. If you look very carefully, you will find a very old lady here. This is the nose. वो young lady की जो ठोडी है,
Oh.
yeah?
Yes, sir, I see it. Yes, sir.
So that's the old one. So again, it's the matter of perception. Okay, how you look at things. And there's a beautiful book I would recommend all of you to read. It's by Stephen Covey. It's called 7 Habits of the Most Effective People. All right. So don't miss it. There are a number of such paradigm shift examples given over there. You would be surprised how, when we look at things, how it could be so different from what others look at it. And we must respect each other's perspective. And that's another one point. If you want to be a CEO, you want to move ahead in life, that's what you need to do. Other thing I can recommend, read Daniel Goleman, Emotional Intelligence. Just try and learn more and more about empathy, self-awareness, how you need to look at yourself and deal with the people. All right. So let me just quickly go through it. In shipping, making mistakes is very expensive, but you will still make mistakes. I have made mistakes. I still make mistakes, but they are very expensive. So adequate knowledge of maritime industry, economics, geography, geopolitics, dynamics affecting trade. Listen to news. Not the news nowadays with those anchors and 5-6 people sitting and shouting at each other. No. Listen to proper analysis. All right. Then understanding the end-to-end supply chain and constraints. Be aware of what's happening in the world. Listen to industry podcast. That's again very important. And I'm going to share this. You will get this. Click on this. Sea Trade News. Fantastic resource. Listen to Bloomberg, CNBC, BBC Business News, and write articles. I'm so happy to see that Kush is writing things. I want everybody to write articles and get them published. All right. But make sure you have done good research and they are correct. Make your profile LinkedIn profile. Don't put unnecessary messages on the social media. Everybody is watching. People form their opinion, whether it is Facebook or it is Insta or whatever. Be very careful what you write, what you do. All right. And try and expand your network. Get your name cards printed. I don't know how many of you have got your name card. Sir, क्या लिखेंगे name card में? Write down your name. You got a mobile number. You got an email address. Just put it there. Why I say you need to have your name cards? Let's say you're going somewhere in a there are few people. You got alumni night, or you got people who come to DMET. When you go and meet these industry guys and you give them your card, they will be obliged to share their card with you. It's a basic courtesy. All right. Otherwise, so sorry, sir, I don't have card. Can I have your card? That doesn't help. So these are few things extremely important to build your network. More people you know, more interaction you do, good for you. All right. So a card may look like this. Jagmeet Makkar, DTech Marine Engineering, Indian Maritime University, Kolkata campus. Please make sure you write DMET in the bracket. All right. So this is very close knit bond that we have, and it's extremely important to do. Networking, I already talked about. Soft skills, I touched upon, emotional intelligence and empathy and things like that. Be very, very aware of these. Then how to learn these things. There is something called Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. You see over here, something over here, and also in the flyer you will find Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers, even though the name says shipbrokers, but it means Institute of Chartered Shipping Professionals. So you have all subjects there, all professional knowledge information. So keep this in mind when you go on board the ship. Try and learn more and more about different subjects. All right. And a day will come when you will be writing exams and you will get this professional qualification. So ICS, there's something which changed my career. I did my ICS exams in 1999. And after that, I went to my boss, Mr. Shyam Chelaram. Sir, I have done my ICS exams. I am the general manager technical, but I also want to do commercial. He says, no problem, start commercial along with that. But I'm not making your salary double, and I'm not giving you another person to look after technical. All right. And then what happens? I go and talk to my commercial guy, Michael Bentley. I said, Michael, boss has said I can learn commercial. He says, yeah, we got 12 ships, 6 I will do, 6 you do. You can fix the ship. I said, what do you mean? I've just done the ICS exams. I don't know anything real practical stuff. So I'll be your operations executive right at the bottom, a general manager of the technical, then shifts to commercial in the afternoon, starts with the operations executive. You start with your voyage instructions, you start reading your charter parties, you're helping your boss to learn all that. So this is very important. You have to go step by step. You have to learn step by step. All right. Okay. That's it. So this part is all my blowing my trumpet. So you can get the presentation and then if you have any questions. So, yep. Over to Pankaj ji, Captain Pankaj Kapoor. I'm a dear, very dear friend of mine. So Pankaj, all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. A quick confirmation that you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Fair enough. Thank you. Because I'm in an area where it is pouring cats and dogs, and the signals are very weak. So, in between, if you cannot hear me, let me know. I'll switch off my video. Now, picking up from where Jagmeet sir had left, he said that you need to build up your network. Well, I would like to add to that. A lot of people try through different channels to reach the prime minister, or maybe listen to him, or be close to him, or maybe be a part of that prime minister's circle. Now, for the people who are attending today, my students, my fellow students, why do I say fellow students? Because at my age, I'm still learning, so I'm a student myself. So, like I said, that a lot of people try to reach the prime minister here today. all the fellow students, they are with the Prime Minister, that is Mr. Jagmeet Makkar. So your half the journey is already over. Not half, rather 90% of the journey is over. You are with the Prime Minister of Indian shipping industry. And I would be wanting if I did not mention, when you were starting this session, I saw Sonali Madam also. So I believe she's still there. Good evening, Madam. She and Jagmeet sir is the only one I know here. I think rest all the videos are off, so I don't recognize anybody. And another thing which Jagmeet sir mentioned was that he's from 1977. Old. Uh, not very. I'm not very different from you. I'm from 19. As antique as you. Pretty old now, but I think in this DMET Samvaad, only those who have reached that antique age.
Yeah, Pankaj, your voice is coming broken. If you switch off your video and speak, that might help.
The list. Thank you to IMU Kolkata. It's raining heavily here, so I hope it's better. You can hear me now. A quick confirmation, Ishan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are
You have to
audible, sir.
just
Thank you.
raise your. All right. So, like I was, when you started this session, I saw one Sonali Madam also there. I think she and Jagmeet sir is the only one I know here, and also Jagmeet sir said that he's from 1977. Well, I'm not very far away. I'm a 1981 person. I believe DMET or this IMU Calcutta or DMET Samvad have specially chosen people who have gone antique. So, but nevertheless, thank you, IMU Kolkata. Thank you, the director of IMU. Thank you, Jagmeet sir, and thank you, Sonali Madam, for being a part of this.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, when I started, I said I'm a fellow student because I still am a student. Every day is a day of learning, especially the young people who are the attendees today. They are my biggest source of learning. Jagmeet sir also touched upon this, that there is so many things which you all know, which we are lacking. And I'm always, whenever I'm interacting with youngsters like you, there is always something which I take back. I may be able to share my experiences, but the current trend, the current way you youngsters think, the way you perform, is always something which I learn on a daily basis. Another small thing which I thought I should share with everyone is that you have titled today's program from ship to shore. I would have given a chance, I would have probably titled it as from engine room to boardroom. You people are from once you finish your course here, you're going to be one of the finest engineers, or rather the Indian ambassadors to the shipping industry worldwide. So from engine room, I would one day certainly look forward to seeing you in a boardroom, being a director of a very huge, massive organization, spreading word around of how fine Indian industry is. I speak it. I speak these words not very lightly. I'm very proud of Indian shipping industry. It all. This shipping runs in my bloods and veins, and we are very proud to represent our Indian industry. Just imagine, you are probably at the age of 23 or 24 when you join as a fifth engineer or a fourth engineer. What is the cost of a ship? Somewhere around $50 million. The cargo which that ship carries is another 200 or $250 million. You add that up, and it's about $300 million of an asset. Multiply that by the today's dollar rate, which is around 87. You come to an approximate figure of 2,500 crores. A person who has done all the possible AMBAs and whatever cream de la cream degrees, he or she gets an opportunity to sign on an asset worth 100 crores when he or she reaches the age of maybe 40 or 45. You at a very young age of 23 or 24 or 22 are signing on an asset worth 2,600 crores. When you fill up your logbook in the engine room, you have taken responsibility for an asset worth 2,500 crores. That is a huge thing. You are representing an industry at a very young age for an asset which a lot of people just dream in their life. So be very proud of what you're doing. I would say I would rather congratulate you for taking one of the wisest decisions in your life. This is one of the best professions available in our industry. It disciplines you. You are away from the house. You have to face all the troubles and challenges of sea. And when you come back from that, you're a much disciplined person, very confident, self dependent, and you do not wait for anybody to tell you that you've done a fine job because you are very happy with the way you have performed. You come back after 6 months without any incident on the ship. That is your biggest reward. So, my sincerest congratulations to all of you for having taken this decision. Now, a little incident which I thought I'll share with you all. A few years back, say about 40, 50 years back, in a classroom, a teacher asked all the students, what would you like to be in your when you grow up? Somebody said, I want to be a doctor. Another one said, I want to be a lawyer. A third one said, I want to be a teacher. But there was one boy who was sitting very quietly and did not give any answer. So the teacher went to that boy and asked him again, I think you haven't answered. What would you like to be? Probably you have not understood my question. He said, no, 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 madam, I've understood your question. I want to be a happy man. If somebody would like to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, but I would like to be a happy person. So she repeated, she said, I don't think you've understood my question. Let me repeat again. What would you like to be when you grow up? He said, madam, I don't think you've understood what life is. You know who was that person? He was the legendary John Lennon of Beatles. That was his answer. So, all those who are attending today's session, my one simple advice to you is whatever you do it happily, enjoy it. If you want to be an engineer which you have chosen, well then be there, be in the engine room, be very proud of what you're doing and enjoy it. Be a happy person doing what you're doing. You've chosen it, enjoy that. Last month, another little incident which touched my life. Last month I was in Dubai and I met a gentleman. There was a get together. I met a gentleman, and we started speaking to each other, and we realized that we are both ex seafarers. And to top it all, we both realized that we were both in the same company when we joined. And to top it even more, we realized we were both on the same ship. And none of us at this age could recognize each other. Now, I used to be a second officer there, and he was a third engineer. It was so proud that when I asked him, what are you doing? And he said, look, I'm running a multi-million-dollar firm based out of Dubai, which has built power plants in the Caribbean islands and the West Indies, which we call them. And I am the sole person who not only supplies, but also maintains those power plants. So, you see, when you leave ship and step shore, as master mariners or as navigating officers, our scopes are very limited. But as engineers, your scope, your horizon is very wide. An engineer has entered into the commercial. So whenever he approaches or somebody else approaches Jagmeet sir, that person is very confident that he will Jagmeet the engine part. So that advantage you have over the navigating officers, capitalize on it, learn from it, and make the best of it. And this gentleman now, he's not only an engineer, he never even went to the rank of chief engineer. He thought that life he could make a better life if he steps ashore at the right time and the right time in his life. Now he's heading a multi-million dollar organization based out of Dubai. So that is something which I felt, is what an engineer can achieve, and you hold that advantage over navigating officers. So, then I went ahead and asked him, "Do you really miss being out at sea?" He said, "Yes, I miss the sunrises and the sunsets, but not the crankcases and the grease." That part, of course, I do not, but I certainly do miss the sunsets and the sunrises I used to have at sea. But that aside, after you've seen enough sunsets and sunrises, I would recommend that you please step ashore. Be something like Sonali, madam. She's the pride of our industry, and or Jagmeet sir. Everybody looks up to him. So yes, right time with the right degrees, like Jagmeet sir has said, while you're out at sea. This is the only industry which, if you want to do some course which is very expensive, you will not feel the pinch. There is enough wages at a young age which you earn while you're at sea. So build up your horizon, build up your CV, build up your education, have as many degrees possible while you're at sea. Do not look at WhatsApp every time. Do some course, something. Have add it on to your degree, so that one fine day at the age of say around 29, 30, 31, you decide to step ashore. You're stepping ashore with the stamp of a chief engineer, along with some 5, 6 other degrees. You know, when Jagmeet sir or myself, when we joined sea, that is 77 or 81, we used to have close to 70, 72 people on the ship. Now that has come down to 18 to 20 people. Why? Because the ships have become a lot of automation has come in. So we don't need so many people. And with the kind of autonomous ships which are industry, you will probably find that from 18, the ship size, the crew size has reduced to just 7, 8 people on the ship. You have children, their EMIs, their education is going on, and suddenly you find you have no place or no job. That is the time your education or the degrees which you have built during your sailing time are going to help. Out of 100 engineers who apply for a job, the company is going to choose you because you have the chief engineer's certificate competency along with 5 more degrees. This is the age, this is the time, make the best of it. Do not let this opportunity escape. Another, when you join ship, I'm very confident after a few years at sea, you will, everybody, especially the engineers, they develop a strange kind of a sixth sense. If a pump is caveating, they will probably 20 feet away, and they'll be able to understand that something is wrong with the pump. Or identify different types of lube oils by their smell, not by the look of them, but by their smell. Or you might be sleeping, in your cabin, and you by the buzzing of the engine, something wrong. So that kind of a sick to develop, and of course, about you have after whole day's work, you keep next to the purifier.
Pankaj, we are losing you. So maybe if you can shift your position a bit, that might help.
Doesn't matter what the temperature there is. And of a discipline and the pride which is developed in a sailor, once you're at sea. So make sure you can do whenever you decide. Ali Madam is already here. That you could become a technical superintendent. Yeah. Also, it's really raining heavily here. Ishan, can you just put a thumbs? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, can.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. So were you saying something, sir?
Yeah. I'm very sorry. I'm at a location where it is raining very heavily.
That's okay, sir. I think if you're done, we can move on.
Just a thumbs up. Yeah, Ishan, just a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Now I can hear you,
If
sir.
you can just all right. So maritime lawyer. Yeah. Okay. So a couple of options which you have, that you could be a technical superintendent, and by that time, if you have your degrees along with it, straight to the boardroom of a company. Other options which are available are becoming a surveyor, like Sonali Madam is here. Very proud to have her amongst us today. Another one is that probably you could get some jobs as a maritime lawyer. I have a dear friend who was a chief engineer, and went on to UK to do his law. Now he's one of the finest lawyers available in our industry. In fact, all the ship owners approach him knowing very well that if there is any problem with the engine side or the machinery side, they know that commercially, legally, and machinery wise, they are in safe hands. So that's a big advantage you have. And of course, you can always be a consultant. And like Jagmeet sir had said, that we have started a course called Executive MBA for sailors, especially for seafarers. And it is conducted with a combination of CMMI and Indian Institute of Management. I open to seafarers. That's a golden ticket available. IIM degree is a golden ticket available to seafarers. Make the use of it. People who are studying there, study their life, their horizon, and their completely. Because amongst 140 crores population of our country, maybe just about a lakh, 1.5 lakh have IIM degrees. So they are now in that category, and they're very proud to be part of that. So my last recommendation to all of you is that while you are at sea, gather as many degrees, as much education as possible, and turn out to be some of the finest ambassadors of our Indian shipping industry. Thank you, Shan. Over to you.
We thank you, kind sir, for your enlightening words. Your insights have given us a clearer understanding regarding how we should prepare ourselves to take up on show career prospects, and the knowledge and the guidance that you have shared today will indubitably help us to prepare ourselves, sir.
Before we proceed further, we would like to share some highlights from our college. Meanwhile, I request the audience in the auditorium to prepare their questions and pass them on to the core member of the Samvad near you. We will try to address as many questions as possible.
Now I'd like to request the console team to kindly show the PPT. Thank you.
Now we'll be going through a presentation showing the recent highlights of the institution. These are the few glimpses of the recent company visits in our campus. Console, kindly change the slide. Tempest is the annual techno-cultural sports festival of our institution, bringing together cadets, alumni, and participants from across the maritime community. Cacophony serves as The cultural showcase of Tempest provides a platform for the participants to express their artistic and creative talents. Console, kindly change the slide, please. Propulsion, technical core of the Tempest, encompassing a diverse range of competitions that encourage innovation, problem solving, and maritime expertise. Console, kindly change the slide. Chakravyuh is the sporting arena of Tempest dedicated to promoting athleticism, teamwork, and competitive spirit. Chakravyuh Alumni Night is a distinguished concluding event of Tempest designed to strengthen bonds between the current cadets and the alumni. It serves as both a celebration of the institution's legacy and a platform for inspiring future maritime professionals. The cross-country marathon is a test of endurance, stamina, and determination, bringing together cadets across all batches in a spirited long-distance run. Passing Out Parade is a solemn and proud ceremonial event, making the culmination of a cadet's training. The parade symbolizes the transition from cadet life to professional service in the maritime industry. Lastly, the inauguration of the R.K. Malhotra Center of Excellence in Maritime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to now invite Commander Gaurav Agarwal sir to deliver the special address.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're loud and clear.
Thank you so much. Always good to be speaking to the cadets. I was hoping to give this special address for this session of DMET SAMVAAD. And believe me, it is indeed a pleasure and a privilege to be doing so. Thank you, Jagmeet. Thank you, Captain Pankaj Kapoor, for this session, for enlightening the cadets. And I'm sure in the question answer session which follows, a lot of things will get clarified. This session was triggered by a request from Raunak Rajpal, class of 2017. To me, he wanted to be introduced to Mr. Jagmeet Makkar. Jagmeet said, instead of me speaking one-on-one, why don't we have it a session like this? And so, thanks to DMET Club and DMET SAMVAAD, this session is a result of that request from one person. A lot of things have been said by Captain Pankaj Kapoor and Jagmeet. I have no claim to fame at all like them. I will just give you a few guidelines, basic guidelines, what is expected of the cadets. Basically, you guys have to be ready for your sailing at sea. When you join as a training marine engineer, that's a basic thing. Given the rigors of the sea, the two fundamental traits in college which you should be having, one is discipline of thought, of routine, and personal conduct. Here I will take a break and be a little harsh. I have heard this time when I went to the campus for the inauguration of the Center of Excellence, I found in some of the bathrooms there were broken fittings. So I just asked around what happened, and I was told that fittings are being broken in the bathrooms. And this may not be the correct forum, but I was extremely upset that day that if this is the rowdiness which is happening in college, then things are not on the right track. Please, cadets, don't get into this habit of rowdiness. I can understand you guys are young, boisterousness will be there, but you have to limit yourself, you have to discipline yourself. That said, I would like to say that the discipline of DMET is good. When I was in Masgon Docks, a lot of cadets used to come and meet me in uniform, well dressed, and I was very proud when my office staff used to ask me, sir, ये लोग कौन हैं? इतने अच्छे, they such good people. They come, they sit quietly, they wait for you, they're polite. I was very proud to say that they're from my college. Believe me, I was extremely proud that my office staff noticed the DMET cadet. As the previous people have pointed out, once you join ship, you take your career. Attitude is an extremely important part of will shape your life. You have to be positive, can do, will do. Already pointed out people skills, empathy, listening to people, mentoring, guiding, helping, assisting. You have to, and when the time comes, you have to give back to the college. That is expected of you. You have to give back to college. You have to give back to society. Please make it a point. There are a lot of people who take help, who have taken help from the alumni and do not make an effort to give back. They make it a habit to keep asking for more. Please avoid that. It discourages alumni from helping. Continued learning has been brought out by both the speakers. Networking, definitely, you have to keep learning, keep updating yourself in this fast changing world. You have to be somebody whom the boss relies on. You should be the go-to person in your organization. You should be a versatile professional, not get stuck in one job. You should be able to do a number of jobs, shift gears easily, and not crib about taking on the extra load. Like Mr. Jagmeet Makkar pointed out that he took on extra load despite being the general manager technical. He still took on the extra load of chartering to go up in his career. You may not stay in the shipping industry for long, but wherever you go, you should leave a positive impact. Then you will be a true DMETian. I'm sorry if this sounded like a bhashan, but there it is. Uh, as a postscript, I would like to say that Jagmeet Makkar does not look like 65 or 66. He does not look a day over 40. That's for sure. And I just for information, I have a batch reunion in Goa this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. We'll be completing 40 years of passing out from DMET, and it's an occasion a lot of us are looking forward to. It is always good to meet your batchmates in a reunion, and juniors and seniors. Congratulations to the Hong Kong alumni for their new website. Hong Kong alumni are really doing well, helping a lot of doing a lot of activities also. Thank you so much, DMET Samvaad, for this session and for inviting me to give the special address. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are always honored to have you back. And now we have with us today Srimati Sonali Banerjee ma'am, roll number 4843 from DMET class of 1999, who is currently the principal surveyor at Indian Register of Shipping, and Captain Manohar from IME Chennai. It is indeed a privilege to welcome you both to this session, sir and ma'am. We would be delighted if you could share your thoughts and insights on today's topic, and your perspectives would truly enrich our discussion. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ishar. And I would like to thank this platform that they have taken up such an interesting topic. I mean, looking at the topic when it was posted in various group, I thought that I must join this because this topic is something which, as you start growing up in your career, you will understand that how important it is that you move on from, talking about purely things which are technical to how do you manage and maneuver yourself within the boardroom. It becomes very important. But having said that, it's equally important that at every milestone of your life, you do and give your best to whatever you are doing at that point of time. You have to acquire a lot of experience. You have to acquire a lot of degrees, as Jagmeet sir and Pankaj Kapoor sir rightly stated. because that is something which adds on to your CV, and very well stated that whenever there is a problem around, you should be the go-to person. The organization, the people around should rely on you that, this person should be the go-to person if I have something in mind or if there is a problem. So that is how you get noticed within an organization, within a system, and your career will take a start skyrocketing that. So that is all. I will not give any more bhashan. So we will have another session, but thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Jagmeet
Thank you
sir,
so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Pankaj Kapoor sir, and Gaurav sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And if Captain Manohar, sir, if you want to speak on us, if you have with us, that would be really great, sir. Okay, moving on. Now we move on to the Q&A session. We have already collected some questions from our vigilant cadets from the auditorium as well as who are online. Cadet Pranav Tiwari, roll number 10289 from 2024 entry batch, has raised the following question, sir. Sir, could you share a professional setback or mistake that, in hindsight, became a turning point for you? And what did it teach you about resilience and growth?
Pankaj, you want to go ahead first? Okay, I'll give you time to think about, and till I'll just say something. While in the maritime industry, I do not recall something very serious, but it so happened that in 1987, when I was down for my chief's exams, I thought about doing my civil services, and I did my Indian engineering services, and I joined Indian Railways. So for 2 years, I was at the Government of India and Indian Railways. Though I learned a lot, went all over the country, ICF and DCW, and so many places, CLW, COFMAO, RDSO. Learned a lot, Railway Staff College, Baroda, Jamalpur, Irimi. But when I thought about my career in maritime, a very strong feeling, and I quit railways and I went back to sea. Yeah, so sometimes I feel that I wasted those 2 years. But at the same time, I felt that I have learned a lot. I was in parliament for about 6 months under George Fernandez and Mr. Verma were my teachers. So learned a lot, but nothing like maritime industry. Yeah. And I had no clue about maritime industry to begin with. I was in Punjab Engineering College doing my mechanical. And I don't know how many of you remember a gentleman called Mr. Sanjay Bhatia. He was the chairman of the Mumbai Port Trust. Today, he is the Up Lok Ayukt of Maharashtra. I have taken his permission to take his name. Okay. So he is the one who somehow convinced me to join Merchant Navy, where I had never seen a ship in my life. I had no clue. And he literally twisted my arm and I joined DMET along with him. After 5 months, he quit and he went back to Punjab Engineering College. And I was in DMET. And I love it and I enjoyed it. And I really wonder how things change in life, how these wonderful opportunities do come. And somebody asked me, like, how come you had so many different options or changes? I always felt I was like that dry leaf floating on top of a flowing river. And since I was floating on top of water, so whenever the rocks came in between, I just glided over them. So there was no resistance, basically, with God's grace. So this is another thing I want to tell all my cadets. Be flexible, be open, and it's very important for us to adapt to the changing situations. May not have answered your question directly, but this is what I felt. Thank you.
The next question is from Cadet Anurag Kujur from 2025 entry batch. What skills do you think are most important for young cadets to learn if they want to progress in their careers?
Pankaj, will you take this?
Well, problem is I hope you can hear me, but my advice would be that you should be humble, you should be willing times, and at the same time do not you students throughout your life. So if you're humble and ready to learn it all, best skills you have. Uh,
पंकज आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है अच्छी तरह. So Gaurav, would
being
you
a
like
good sir, but also a good because let's not forget, a ship does not run only by a captain engineer. It's a combination of both of them that a ship runs smoothly. So for that, you need to be having the. I hope you heard me. Should take because out here the signal.
Yeah, Gaurav, if you can take on.
Yeah, actually, I would
Sir.
like to make a combination. Has Captain Kapoor finished?
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay. I would like to combine both the questions, mistakes and skills. Whenever I look back on my life or career, the things which I remember is when I did not treat people properly or the way they should have been treated. Maybe I yelled too much at somebody, or I turned down a good, genuine request, or I was rude to somebody, I ignored somebody. So, combining both the questions is I remember a lot of, I basically remember the mistakes which I made with people and how I should have behaved differently. So, from that flows what is the skill required to be one of the skills required to be successful in life is your people skills. Once you have said something, it cannot be taken back. Be very clear about it. It cannot be taken back, and it can haunt you for a long time. And at times, my behavior with others has, I won't say haunted, but well, I felt bad. Okay, I should have behaved better or should have behaved differently. So, people skills is one thing that includes teamwork, that includes humility, that includes mentoring, uh, all these aspects. People skills is very important to be to go up in life. You have to empathize with people. You have to listen to them, not hear them. You have to listen to them. Actually, what they're trying to say. So that's my point. People skills is very important. Thank you.
Can I just add something to that? Isham, am I allowed? Okay.
Absolutely, sir. Go on,
So,
please.
yeah, what I feel that you got to be lucky. Now you will say that what do I mean? Lucky to हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, right? But then my definition of being lucky is very different. Yeah, it's not the movie wala lucky, lucky, oy, not that lucky. So you got to be lucky in the sense that when the opportunity comes, you need to be prepared. Yeah, in my definition, luck is equal to preparedness plus opportunity. There is no point having an opportunity and you're not able to make use of it. So that preparedness is combined with what Captain Kapoor said, what Gauravji said. So that's extremely important. The preparedness is not only the hard part of your professional skills, prepared is also to learn about active listening, he spoke about, communication skills, empathy, to treat everybody with respect. You will get the respect when you give respect. Without that, nothing is going to happen. You have to be humble. Humility is very important. So many times people, they discuss with me and they say, then it means I am not supposed to feel confident, is it? I have to be humble all the time. Do I have to be uh, lying down on the ground and let people walk over me? No, not at all. Being humble basically means is that you must be able to appreciate everybody else's views. All right. You can still be confident while not be arrogant. So that is being humble or having humility. All right. So I think that's very important. It's a bit too much for my young boys and girls, but I think please think about it and work on that. Yeah. Next one.
Thank you so much, sir. This brings us to the conclusion of today's Q&A session. We are a bit short of time. I hope every questions were answered. The discussion was highly informative and is bound to help the cadets navigate their future in a career beyond the horizon of sailing. Before we end today's session, I would like to ask my batchmate, Cadet Priyanshu Rana, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, sir. As we conclude this insightful session, I, Cadet Priyanshu Rana, roll number 9983 from the DMET class of 2327, has the distinct honor of expressing our heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of today's 43rd DMET Samvaad session on Mariner to CO, taking the first step. First and foremost, our deepest appreciation goes to Shri Jagmeet Makkar sir and Shri Pankaj Kapoor sir. Sir, both of your journeys from marine and law domains to entrepreneurship has opened our eyes to possibilities we hadn't considered. Your insights into building impactful ventures from concept to a global enterprise have provided us with practical knowledge about navigating the entrepreneurial waters. Thank you for sharing experiences so openly, including both the challenges and victories that have shaped your path. Along with this, I would humbly thank all the esteemed alumni who have joined us for this session. I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected campus director, Rear Admiral Amit Bose, retired, VSM, whose leadership continues to elevate DMT's academic and professional standards. We extend our sincere gratitude to Commodore Gaurav Agrawal, sir. Sir, your continued guidance and mentorship have been instrumental in maintaining the quality and relevance of these sessions. I also acknowledge the pioneers who conceived this initiative, Shri Harsh Sinha sir and Shri Sachin Kumar Mahato sir from the DMT class of 2020, along with Shri Sachin Saurav sir from the DMT class of 2021. Your vision to create a meaningful dialogue between industry leaders and aspiring cadets continues to benefit our maritime community. We also thank the respective associate professors and faculty members to grace us with their presence during this insightful session. My sincere thanks to the core committee members of DMT class of 2026 and my fellow batchmates from DMT class of 27, whose collaborative efforts have made this session a success. I also want to thank all the cadets who joined this session and engaged with thoughtful questions. Your participation has enriched our collective learning experience. Sir, the insights we gained today remind us that the maritime industry offers diverse paths for those willing to think beyond traditional boundaries. We are grateful for the knowledge and inspiration shared with us today. Thank you so much, sir. With that, we conclude the 43rd session of DMD Samvad. We sincerely appreciate your presence and active participation in today's discussion. Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next DMD Samvad session soon. The audience may now disperse.
Thank you. Thank you, Jagmeet.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you, Gaurav. And all the wonderful Isham, Harsh, Kush, all of you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, leaving